walked in. I slunk into a chair. One of the guys was holding his phone as if he was taking a selfie, but then he started talking. "Today is the moment of truth, Asher. Here, in this cheesy beach-themed coffee shop." He pointed his phone at a big seashell plastered on the wall. "I will be proven right, and you will be sad you ever made an official bet with me." The guy without the phone, Asher, apparently, gave a good-natured smile as the phone was pointed at him and approached the counter. I had not been planning on staying, so I was wearing leggings and a sweatshirt over my swimsuit. I slouched deeper into the chair and pretended to look through my bag as the two guys ordered coffee. "You didn't have to come," Asher said. He was a lanky white guy wearing glasses and a beanie. He produced a $20 bill out of his pocket and handed it to Kamala. "But then how would I record your humiliation for future generations?" Phone guy was taller and wore a Star Wars t-shirt and docs, and he was still recording. "Besides, you think this little girl is going to save you from internet predators?" He nodded toward Kamala. "Little woman," she corrected in her sassy yet disarming way. "And I won't." She handed him the receipt with a pile of change sitting on top. "We don't even have a panic button here." Phone guy finally lowered his phone. "You shouldn't volunteer that information to strangers." "I'm trusting," Kamala said. She really was, but she was also a good judge of character. I was her best friend, after all. "Oh, kind of like you, Asher," phone guy said. "You share everything with everyone." Asher pushed his glasses up his nose and smiled like it was a compliment. He slid the change off the receipt and into the tip jar. "Do you have a question for my friend?" phone guy said to Kamala. "He will tell you anything. Want to know his shoe size?" He pointed to Asher, who said, 12. "Height?" 6'1", Asher said. Phone guy lowered his brow like he didn't quite believe him, but continued with, "Favorite childhood trauma?" Asher opened his mouth like he was actually going to answer, when his friend saved him with, "Never mind. Everyone knows you had a perfect childhood anyway." Kamala held up a Sharpie and a coffee cup. How about just a name?" "Dale," phone guy said. "Oh, I see how it is," Asher said. "I pay, you take the credit?" Dale, not humoring his joke with a response, pointed at the small wooden box on the counter. "What's that?" "It's a suggestion box," Kamala said. She hated that suggestion box. Most of the time it was full of pickup lines or rude comments. "Old school feedback," Asher said with a nod. "Nice." He ripped a piece of paper off the pad beside the box, wrote something down, then dropped the paper in the slot on top. Then he looked around the cafe. I ducked my head. His eyes didn't even pause on me. Saved by the overgrown counterplant. He pointed toward the only booth, next to the window where someone had painted a summery scene, the ocean, a colorful umbrella, flip-flops, a striped towel. How long has that been there? It was barely the first week of summer. Had Kamala painted it? The guys walked to the booth and sat. The hissing of the cappuccino machine muffled the conversation across the room. I dug my car keys out of my bag, thinking maybe I'd leave after all. "So?" Kamala asked, shifting to the side counter and leaning over it so she could talk quietly. "Sunset on the beach with your bestie? I mean, I meet all your very specific criteria for love, right?" She placed a hand under her chin like she was putting her face on display. Kamala was gorgeous. She was Indian, with thick, straight black hair, dark, intense eyes, a regal nose, and full lips. Now that I think about it, I probably don't. I haven't read your rules lately. And she wouldn't read them. Ever again. She'd already made fun of them enough, and that was before I added my post-Philip criteria. Must know a guy for 6 months before I consider dating him. Must know for a fact that he